Hi guys, shooting full of holes here with another review for you. I have the Hatsan Model 95 and 25 caliber QE, which is quieter energy. What they've done is they've basically put a shroud or a moderator on the barrel. Now this is the part that I'm not too sold on, because in my opinion you're giving up velocity and accuracy for that little bit of quietness. So they've sacrificed about 6 inches of the barrel. So you have a barrel length of about maybe 12 inches in total to accommodate the QE. In my opinion, that wasn't a good move. Now, obviously the rifle, nice wood, fit and finish is decent. I did have a couple of problems with this rifle when I got it. And you can tell it right now has a sling and stud and stuff like that. It didn't come that way, I put those on. But when I got the rifle, I had a problem with the breech, where the pellet goes in. The pellet was really tough to put a pellet in. They hadn't honed out the breech to make it nice and smooth, so I had to use my Dremel with a very fine stone and kind of hone it out and sand it out a little bit to make the pellet go in smoother. That was one of the first problems I had. The second problem I had was that in the beginning, yes, the barrel was nice and stiff, and then it loosened up way too quick. And on closer inspection, I could actually get the barrel and move it side to side. So the bolt that holds the barrel to the receiver wasn't torqued down well enough for me. I had to dismantle the rifle and take out the set screw, torque it down even tighter, put the set screw back, and believe it or not, even the set screw wouldn't hold it in place. I had to add extra punch marks to the bolt, basically, to hold it in place. Now it's all fine, it seems to work, but just know this, that if you do any modifications to your rifle, you warranty the rifle. You can't send it back. I know this, and that's why, but I've worked on these rifles quite a few times to know what I'm getting into. So keep that in mind, please. But back to its performance. In my opinion, it is not worth getting, first of all, the 25 caliber in the Model 95. I don't think it's accurate enough. I don't think it produces enough velocity, even with the standard barrel. In my opinion, if you're going to get a Model 95, stick to the 22 caliber or under, and stick to the standard barrel. I can't justify the QE. This shroud, for me, doesn't really do it. The rifle isn't bad, it functions okay and everything else, but I'm not super stoked with this one. That simple. I want to show you a target that I shot, trying different pellets. Now it's another thing, in the 25 caliber, you're limited to your ammunition. You don't have a bigger selection. Not like the 22 caliber, you have a much wider, bigger selection of pellets and manufacturers, and it's easier to find a pellet that's more accurate. Tried the JSB Kings. You can tell there's a little bit of a left to a right kind of creep. Predator Polymags, same thing. In my opinion, the Predator Polymags are a touch more accurate. Tried H&N Field and Target, kind of all over the place. I tried H&N Silver Points. They are absolutely all over the place, even fell off the paper. So at 20 yards, it's not bad, horrible accuracy, but it's not like, wow. That's, it's not one ragged hole at 20 yards. Which most air rifles can actually produce at 20 yards. Spring rifle or PCPs, definitely PCPs. But on average, most spring air rifles that are decently accurate will produce a ragged hole up at 20 yards. And should definitely produce one ragged hole at 10 yards. This will do it at 10 yards, but it won't do it at 20 yards. Now, the velocity that is specified with this rifle is that it can shoot up to 650 feet per second. This rifle with JSB Kings will shoot at 550 feet per second, so about 100 feet per second off. You could probably get closer to the 150 feet per second, maybe using H&M Field and Target pellets, which are 19 grain pellet, but the accuracy is not there for me. So it's not really about the velocity, it's about the accuracy. And this rifle does kind of do what it's advertised to do. It comes close to the 650 feet per second, so no qualms there. But this is why I say that 25 caliber is probably not a good choice in this model of air rifle. The Hatsan 125 Sniper has 100 feet per second more over this rifle. And when you're pushing a heavier pellet, you need more velocity to get it to spin correctly. So that's another thing, is that if you have a short barrel, you're decreasing your velocity and you're also decreasing your accuracy. You're taking away some of that spin. And that's why I don't think the QE is the way to go. And even if you had the standard barrel, it might be a bit more accurate, might get more velocity out of it, and maybe then you could probably start looking at the 25 caliber. But the Model 95 22 and under has performed very well. It's actually a very good value for the money. Another thing is you're going to spend another $40 runabout to get the QE model, and it just doesn't do it for me. I'm stuck with this rifle for now. I do like it, don't get me wrong, it's not like I hate it, but had I known forehand, I probably wouldn't have got it. The reason why I got this model is because it's lighter than the 125 Sniper, less talking effort, and I knew I was going to get less velocity. But I think what I didn't realize is that it sacrificed more velocity, it sacrificed more accuracy because of the QE, because that took away from the barrel. So, hindsight 2020, right? Anyway, I hope I could help you in some way, shape, or form. I hope this review helped you. And like I always say, grab an air rifle, go out in the woods, put up a target, shoot them full of holes.